Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Capricorn. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. Alright, so we have the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, your opposite sign. Your person also showing up as the Justice card, Libran energy, somebody very fair and balanced. They're viewing you as the Knight of Swords, okay, so they're seeing you very clearly. And we see the Eight of Wands. Alright, so this could be a connection that moves quickly, but the Eight of Wands also is an energy of wish fulfillment and manifestation. So I feel like for both of you, this is exactly what you've been looking for. The Eight of Wands also does indicate travel or some potential distance here, but we'll see. And we see Temperance, Sagittarius energy, so some strong major arcanas coming through. Temperance energy tells me that, Capricorn, you may have a person coming towards you who's an earth angel. Someone here who sees the big picture. Somebody who's grounded, somebody who's going to feel very emotionally safe and healing for you. They may work in medicine or they may work as a healer, or it's just their balanced energy that's coming through. They could also work as like a counselor or a therapist or something like that. I feel like just this person is somebody who naturally helps people, whether that's through their career or just, through their daily life or who they are. The Chariot card tells me this person is loving, they're nurturing, they're creative, they're sensitive. There's somebody who's empathic, but I also see with the Justice card, they're balanced. So they're not an overgiver either, like they do have boundaries. This is somebody I think is very well put together. I feel that this is definitely somebody who turns heads when they walk into a room. I love this because I do feel like there's no earth here, but I feel like this person's energy is just very balanced, self-assured, grounded, loving, creative energy. We see Temperance in reverse. Okay, so maybe with you, Capricorn, that you might have them feeling like a bit of a hot mess in their feels, but that's not who they generally are. I also do see that this person, although I do see that they're generally quite balanced and they like to, take their time, I feel there's a sense of, I don't want to say urgency with you, but I kind of feel like this connection might happen fast. All right, and we see the Six of Swords in reverse, and they might feel a little bit conflicted about that. Okay, I feel like this is a connection that's going to move really quickly. Like you might move in together quite quickly, or you just get together and like stay together. It's like when you know, right? But I see with the Six of Swords in reverse, it takes me to the Five of Swords, which is really like fighting for this. Like, when you know, I'm going to go for it. I don't care what other people think. I don't care if this is not how I normally do things. There's something like that feels really special about this connection, just really different. I mean, there's also an intensity here. For some of you in the past, this person may have struggled with bad habits or addictions. That's not for all of you. But they're definitely in a healed energy now. Okay, but this could be somebody who's been on a sobriety journey for quite some time. I also feel for some of you, this could be somebody that comes back around to you. I'm not really getting ex energy, but, it could be somebody you worked with and they left the job for a bit or the office and they're coming back. Or it's somebody that, that maybe you were friends with in the past who's coming back around. Or this person has just recently moved back to your area. It doesn't mean that you knew them before. All right, and we see the Seven of Swords in reverse. See, you have clarity. You're also going to be feeling it. I think you two are very much so on the same page. Now, not all of you, age, I know I'm reading for a lot of different Capricorns out there, or those of you with Capricorn placements, but I kind of feel like you're you're at a place in life where it's like, yeah, we kind of know, like when you know, so it's like we don't have to go through those steps. Not that you're skipping steps, right? But it's like you kind of like, you don't have to like, do the things do the things the way you did when you were a bit younger. That's not for all of you. But I just kind of feel like we're both grown. We both know what we want. A lot of you may have already had previous lives here before this person and them as well. So you may have children from a previous connection. You were married before. And again, that's not all of you, but for some of you, it's like, because I kind of feel like some of your friends, family, maybe even some of your children are going to be like, whoa, this is happening really fast. But it just feels like it's really in alignment here. And again, no matter what age or age group you're in. So we see your ex. So for some of you, it is somebody coming back around. All right, some of you, this person, but don't be put off by that, because my intentions for these readings really are that it's someone completely brand new. But what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, is your person, they may have actually had like a really difficult, I even want to say like abusive relationship in the past. But this is somebody who's done a lot of healing work. They've done a lot of healing work is what I'm getting. All right, we see, so their ex, might have been an abuser, or it was an unhealthy relationship. We see Taurus energy. This person is stable. They enjoy aesthetics and comfort as they're ruled by Venus. They're loyal, they're kind, they can be stubborn. This person may not have any family, so they may not have any immediate family. So for that, maybe that they don't have any children. Or they're at a distance from their immediate family. They're in a different city, state, or country. And we see that this person leads a healthy lifestyle. That I definitely feel. Like this is somebody who has healthy habits, who takes good care of themselves. And that may not have always been the case. All right, this person definitely has a little bit of edge, Capricorn, which I think you'll appreciate. The Justice card, this is somebody who prioritizes balance and harmony. I feel like they're fair. Again, they may work in counseling, or people come to them for advice because they're very balanced. Wow, we really do get your ex coming through here for some of you. Okay. All right, so we see... Okay, so your ex is not over you. Now, this Capricorn, you might have a choice between this person and your ex. Obviously, we see your ex coming through twice in two different oracle cards. But I feel like for some of you, they might have an ex who's not over them. Somebody who is, I don't know, jealous, obsessive even. We see grandparent and bald or buzzed. So this person could be bald or buzzed, or maybe they were at some point in time. Again, specific message, not for all of you. And we see grandparent. They, some of you, they don't have children. Others of you, they do, and they're grandparents. But I actually get with this card a lot of times, this person may have a very close or had a very close connection with their grandparent or grandparents. They may have been raised by their grandparents. This person only has eyes for you, Capricorn, okay? So I'm reading for a lot of you. So, the messages that come through, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. What else do my Capricorns need to know about this person? Yeah, you might be this person's creative muse. They could be an artist or a creative. This is them only having eyes for you, thinking about you. Again, some of you, you're their muse. All right, we see false person. Yeah, some of you, this person isn't quite who you think. Again, because they might come off as maybe a little bit, I don't think they come off as dry. But I kind of feel like in their past, they have a lot more going on than you might think. And it's not something that they're going to keep from you. But I kind of get like this person isn't who you think they are immediately. All right. And we see bad health. Okay. So for some of you, this person may be recovering from, some sort of health scare. It could just be that too, if you haven't seen them in the office in a few days, they've been out sick. If you haven't seen them out and about. Okay, we see high honor. So this is somebody who's above board. This is somebody who's honorable. This is somebody that people really do hold in high regard. All right, let's keep going. What else do my Capricorns need to know about this person? They may go by a nickname. Your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So for a lot of you, this is not an ex. But this person might have an ex hanging around them, or there's something impactful about that previous relationship, something they had to heal from. Could also be, Capricorn, you have a choice between this person and an ex coming back around. This person has been in your proximity at least once in the last 6 months, so they are around you, or have been around you, or come around you. And they want to send you a message. So some of you, they may already have your details, maybe your friends, maybe your coworkers. All right, and we see this person may have an imperfection in their speech, which could be a small slur or stutter. Could also be that the language you speak with them is not your native language. All right, the Knight of Swords. They're viewing you as somebody who's honest, integrous, someone who's intelligent, somebody who knows what they want. Again, there's a fast-moving energy here between the two of you. The Ten of Pentacles. They see marriage with you, or they see commitment. They see that you have a lot to offer. Some of you, if this person doesn't have any family, which a lot of you, they don't, it's like they see being a part of your family, like right away, or they really like your family or your relationship with your family. Whoops. All right, and we have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. So they also see you as very attractive, successful. There's a strong physical connection here, Capricorn. They want this. There's like no doubt about it. They really want this. And how you're going to be feeling? The Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. See, you want this too. You feel like this is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been hoping for. You've been manifesting this. I think you're ready to, like, you know, take action. And I'm not getting it in like a, I'm not seeing the big picture. I'm just rushing things. Oh, this is hot. You know, I feel like I said, when you know, you know. You know, I might even title the reading that, when you know, you know. And it feels like you two just kind of know. All right. And I also, you know, I heard like your first date might last for like 7 hours or something like that. Or you find yourself telling this person things that you never tell anybody, and vice versa. All right. They see you as the Hermit archetype. So they like that you seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, and it serves personal creativity. So you both might be very creative types. But again, they also see that you're independent. You're okay on your own. And we see addict energy. Some of you might meet in recovery, not all of you, but helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Yeah, and maybe there's, you know, this could be like bad habits, bad relationships. It really could be anything, but there's some sort of camaraderie or some sort of understanding. All right. And they also love that you're the engineer archetype. So they see you as very capable, an ability to give creative energy a practical expression, and a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. All right, beautiful. So we see the Eight of Wands. This is another card of manifestation. The Eight of Wands were originally the wands of love. So a lot of focused intention, a lot of intensity here, but I'm not getting like unhealthy intensity, but it may be different from how this person normally acts or behaves, or how you normally act or behave in relationships. All right, so we see something strengthening intuition. This connection heightens your ability to sense alignment and misalignment. Okay, so I actually just feel more so like you two are going to be so very much in aligned, and you're gonna have more, that your conversations are going to be, sorry, your communication goes beyond mere words here, Capricorn. All right, and yeah, this connection helps you discern resonance from projection, recognizing alignment. See, I think you two are so in alignment that you're going to be realizing why everything else didn't work out, okay, with other people. Like, this feels good. This is why it moves kind of quickly, or it moves kind of easily between the two of you, because you recognize the alignment. It just feels different in your body. All right, and honest about their limits. This person understands their capacity and communicates it clearly. Transparency builds trust. There's clear honesty here. And again, some of you, they might be on a sobriety journey. But for others of you, it's just this person knows their boundaries and they're going to be very clear about it. They're extremely self-aware. And boom, here it is. This connection arrives to interrupt repeating patterns that have kept you stuck. Awareness becomes the first step towards change. Yeah, beautiful. So this is the end of a karmic cycle here for you. And this connection sharpens understanding of what you want and need. And I also feel like it sharpens understanding here, Capricorn, as to like why other connections didn't work out, right? Or what you weren't getting in other connections, because there's just this beautiful alignment. Like I said, when you know, and it feels like I've got two people here that know. I do see long-term connection energy here. So what else my Capricorns need to know is love language, gift giving, tokens of reciprocity, hold cherished memories. Yeah, so you two are going to maybe, gift giving is going to be your love language, and it doesn't have to be anything big or extravagant. Okay. We see physical connection. So there's a spicy element here. The sacred union of bodies, two becoming one, but it's more than that, right? It's body, mind, and spirit. It's like, making love to the person that gets you, that you trust, that's truly in alignment with you is so different than, somebody who's not. All right, and friend zone. Some of you, this might be a friend. I don't think that there's a lack of passion here. What I am getting is somebody's ex might be trying to come back around and they're going to be friend zoned here. Yeah, see, we see third party. I love that confirmation because, like I said, my intentions for these readings really are that it's someone brand new. And again, some of my Capricorns, maybe you're excited that possibly this is an ex or something like that. But for a lot of you, there's an ex in the mix that either doesn't want to let you go, doesn't want to let them go, might make it kind of tempting here, but I think once you spend time with this person, it's not even a question if they're going to choose you or you're going to choose them. Like, I don't think anybody can hold a torch to this connection. All right, so let's see any important dates or times. So it may be in the distant future or in the coming weeks. All right, my lovely Capricorns, I'm going to leave it here, sending you so much love and light. Take care.